Chapter 5.9, we'll talk about powers of products. And quotients. Powers of products and quotients. Product meaning to multiply, quotient meaning to divide. Okay, we'll be doing about 11 examples. Here's our first one. And with this first one, we're going to do the long ways, and the other ones we'll see the shortcut. So if we have AB to the third power, the quantity AB to the third power, then what we'll do is, that just means it's AB 3 times. So rather, it's a product of AB 3 times. And if I rearrange it, now what property is that I rearrange? That would be the commutative property. So if I rearrange this, move things around, I have 3A's and 3B's there. The product of 3A's and 3B's. And that's the same thing as A to the third power and B to the third power. Now look what we started with. I'll just write it in here. AB to the third is the same as A to the third, B to the third. Now for any number or variable and you don't see an exponent on top, it's actually the exponent 1. So what we're doing is actually multiplying the exponents. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 1 is 3. And that's how we take care of a power of a product here. Here's number 2. The quantity AB squared. Now this is the 1 right there. And a 1 right there. And if I multiply the exponents, 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. So there's my answer. A squared, B squared. Now I have A, B to the third. All of that squared. Can you see that this is the exponent 1 and this is the exponent 3? So now I multiply 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 times 3, that's 6. A squared, B 6. Now I'm just going to make a little note here. Multiply exponents. So make yourself a little note that you're multiplying the exponents. Next we have 2x squared, the quantity 2x squared. So if you notice, the exponent up here is just 1, this is just 1, and 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 1 is 2. But now we need it, for the number, we need to go ahead and multiply that out. 2 squared is 2 times 2, that would be 4. And then we have x squared. Okay, number 5, 3a4, a to the fourth, b, c cubed, all of that squared. So let's see, for the 3, that's the invisible 1 there. So 2 times 1 is 2. For this one, multiply the exponents. 4 times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. For the letter B, that's a 1. So 2 times 1 is 2. For the letter C, 3 times 2, that's 6. Okay, now we have 3 squared. 3 squared is 3 times 3 is 9. So, and then we have the rest. Okay, I've run out of room, so I'm going to go to the top of my paper. Okay, now see how we deal with numbers. Negatives, excuse me. This time we have a negative 5, x squared, and all of that squared. So basically what we have is negative 5, the quantity negative 5 squared. And then x squared, well, that's 2 times 2 is 4. So negative 5 squared, that's negative 5 times negative 5. That would be 25 positive now number 7 is just like number 6, except that the negative is in the outside. So the square is not for the negative. It's just for the 5x squared. Now if you'd like to, you can think of this as being negative 1. And so now let's look at the exponents. Excuse me. There's the invisible 1 up there. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And then we have this negative 1. Or you could think of this as being like that. So we have 5 squared. 5 squared is 25. And x to the 4th. And then we have a negative 1. So it's just negative.